Hey Loves. Welcome to the Hey Loves podcast, where we podcast every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're new here, subscribe to this channel. We do the Hey Loves podcast on Mondays and Fridays, and on Thursdays, we do the Sip and Chat with my co host, Miss Nexie. So, welcome to today's topic. As you can see by the title, we're talking about when someone you love is toxic. Now, we can't help the family that we're born into. We can do nothing about that. You can't make people do the right thing. You can't make people not be hazardous or poisonous to us. But what we can do is act in a manner that is good for ourselves. And for a long time, I used to always think that me doing the best for me was not a good thing. I felt like I had to be supportive of negative people, of people who meant no good to me, people who would never change or do right. And it's not good for us. I want all of you loved ones to know that it's not good for us to be in toxic relationships. We deserve so much better than that. Now, what is the behavior of a toxic person? A person who is toxic, they add negativity and they bring upset to your life. So it's a person that, everything is always like a blame game for them. They blame everybody for their problems. They never accept responsibility for the things that they do, for the decisions that they make, for the people that they are around, the choices that they make. And also, they bring upset to your life because of what they do, just them being themselves. Some people just bring negativity, upset, and drama to your life because of their behavior. Those toxic ones will always do and say things to bring something into your life that's not good. We all know them. They will start something as soon as they come in, and you'll know when they're there. It could be your relative, it could be somebody you're in a relationship with, it could be one of your siblings, it could be a coworker, it could be anybody that we know, it could be a friend. But just because you know somebody for a long time, it doesn't mean that we should put up with their foolishness. Anybody who brings disruption to your life, anybody who brings you down with their negativity, they don't they don't deserve to have you as a loved one, as someone in a relationship. We deserve better than we accept a lot of times because we think that we have to take what people put out just because we're a good person, just because we're related to someone, and we don't. We don't have to deal with it. So, this is the first point. Those toxic individuals, they usually are very selfish, but they want you to be unselfish. They want you to be unselfish, but they're going to do what they want. They're going to want to get what they want to get, but they don't care anything about you getting anything back. It's usually a person who is very one sided. It's all about them. The world revolves around them. Hey, retirement days. Hello. How are you doing? Happy new week. I hope you're doing well. That's one of the things, that they're usually a very selfish person, but they want you to be unselfish. So we do have to check those things. And it doesn't matter who it is, it doesn't matter how long you have known them, how long you have been in a relationship with somebody. If someone is bringing all of that drama into your life and they're very selfish, but want you to be unselfish, want you to care about their needs, but they don't care anything about yours. Hey, Miss Tamika, how are you doing? Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. If you guys could please hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. And that's the thing about life is you can't do anything. You can't make people not be selfish, but you can make choices on who you give your energy to, who you give your time to. And you don't have to be unselfish because you're with somebody or you're around somebody or you know somebody who is always selfish and wants you to give and do for them only. And they never consider you. They don't check on you. They don't ask you how you're doing or is it something that they can do for you. They only think about themselves. Now, here's the second point. When someone you love is toxic, they're very controlling of your time, your money, and your relationships. They don't want you to give your time to anybody other than them. They could be a person very controlling in a relationship, very controlling of what you spend your money on, who you're friends with. They want to have you all to themselves so that they can do what they want when they're ready. A person who is possessive like that is not good for us. In a romantic relationship, that's very, very bad for us. And we think sometimes, oh, they just are concerned about us. They want to know where I am all the time. Think about that, loved ones. Think about it. It's not to care about where you are. They want to be possessive of who you're around, who you're talking to, and what you're doing. So pay attention to that because a lot of times the next step is putting their hands on you. And a toxic person, they usually are very lazy. Very lazy. They usually are ones that they don't work. They're always trying to go around and get handouts from other people. Of course, they blame other people because they can't work or because of poor choices that they make. Maybe they have been incarcerated, they have been in mental hospital, lots of decisions. They can't keep a job. They've been fired from many jobs because of who they are, because of the way that they act. They usually do also have anger issues. They're very angry and they really need to work on themselves, but there is no way that they will. Now, here is the fourth point. These toxic individuals, they're usually negative and they bring drama. Start a fire, bring up something with relative or other friends. They paint other people in a bad light. They gossip about others behind their backs. See, that's the thing that I really don't like about a person who is toxic. If somebody talks about another person, they're definitely going to talk about you. So be careful of these negative individuals. You're not going to be able to change them. Now, here are some things that you can do for our best interest, for our well being, for our peace of mind, for our financial prosperity. We have to stop talking to them. And I know that that can be hard if it's, your children, if it's someone in a relationship. It may mean that you may have to break up with them, but we can't we can't diminish how much pain and upset they are bringing to your life. They will never change. We can't give them our attention. See, these toxic individuals, they feed on that negativity. They feed on getting your attention. They want your sympathy. They want everybody to be on their side. when they are the ones that bring the drama, the upset, the laziness, the negativity. They are the ones that want to change, but they won't change. Okay? Don't do anything for them. You have to make these individuals grow up and mature, make them get a job, make them take care of their financial problems. You can't always be the person to bail out someone because they constantly make poor decisions. You can't do anything about it. It's not your responsibility to take care of a grown woman or a grown man. They have some growing up to do. And don't associate with them. They feed on that time that you give to them. So cut them off. And one of the best things that you could ever do is block them, block their number, stop and taking their calls, stop being around them. That's one of the best things that you can do. Because unfortunately, we can't make people act right. You can't. You can't make them act right. You can't make them treat us right. No matter how much we tell them, it upsets them. It upsets us. It upsets other people. It brings drama. It breaks up the unity within the family. It hurts the relationship if it's a romantic relationship. That person is going to do what they want to because it's all about them. They don't care about others and how they feel. So we have to let them go, and you have to cut the cord. Um, it's a very hurtful thing. It's a painful thing when someone that you love is toxic, but we have to be in charge of that. We have to set some boundaries. And when they don't respect our boundaries that we give to them, when you tell somebody, this upsets me, this hurts my feelings, they don't care about your time. So they usually show up late or they don't show up at all. They make up an excuse for their poor behavior. Actually, they will blame you because of something that they did. It was your fault. If you didn't do this or you didn't do that, then I would not have reacted this way. So these are individuals that we can't change. And to all you loved ones, don't put up with the toxicity of others, namely relative, your children, in a romantic relationship, a friend, in the workplace, anybody that you care about. They should care about you too. They should care about your feelings, about your time, about your money, about how what they're doing is wrong, and make changes. And if they're not willing to make changes, you're going to have to cut the cord, cut that umbilical cord to from you to them. Sometimes the only way that people can make changes is when they are not around you and they don't have anybody to do things for them, and they need some time alone to think about the poor decisions that they have made. So, thank you so much for tuning into the Hey Loves podcast, where we podcast every Monday and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're new here, like, subscribe to this channel, and those in the replay, leave me a comment in the comment section below. And those who were here live, thank you so much for supporting me and this channel. I will see you on Friday for the Hey Loves podcast, where this one will be uploaded at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for tuning in. And like we always say over here, take care of your mindset, your time, your money, and your spirituality. Take care. I'll see you on the next Hey Loves podcast.